Looks like we have Clyde and JUAN up next.
Oh.
That'll be interesting. Both Clyde and JUAN play a little bit of Battle Cruiser Clash Royale. Like, they play Lava Hounds, they play Golems, they are big boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? Like, so let's see what decks these two have. Let's take down all of the overlays. We are deep into the top 8 at this point.
Elixir Collector mirrors. They're getting ready. They're building.
They know.
Battleships.
They're building. Yeah, they're building up big battles. You got to have a lot of elixir if you're going to build the USS Golem. So great poison. So the reason why you see this, by the way, if you're watching at home, you're like, why is he just poisoning a blank board? A lot of top players will happily fireball or poison collectors to keep the collector from ever building up and getting its full value.
Oh, there's a prince!
Is JUAN playing a Prince Pekka deck? I believe he is.
It's so slow.
But it's almost there, and how much damage will it do? The poison helps chip down a lot of the stuff, and the lava pups are doing a decent amount of damage, but they have such low hit points they don't stick around long enough.
So now the sacrifice that Clyde made was that he let JUAN get away with 1 Elixir Collector. Now he used the poison. Now JUAN is in a double Elixir Collector situation, and this is why many players refuse to get off that cycle of cards where you're poisoning or fireballing Elixir Collectors, because you let that go one time, and it's just like a bunch of bugs run him. They just start popping up.
They're happy to lose a tower. Like you're even sometimes happy to lose a tower if it means getting out 3 collectors.
Here comes the double prince.
We talked about it in the pre-show. Let's see.
Nice.
Nice barbs. Now notice that the one barb got hit, got killed on the charge, and then the other ones were getting 2 hit. Prince will now 1 hit a barb on a charge, 2 hit them just normally.
I bet you that last card is a Pekka. I want it to be a Pekka so
It's a
badly.
Pekka. I think it's a Pekka double prince deck. It looks like a duck, smells like a duck, you know, and walks like a duck.
It probably is.
This is probably a big old Pekka-sized duck.
Yeah. There's a duck inside the machine.
Now it's interesting, he's getting the 2 collectors up, and actually, you see most people cycle with 3 and 4 cost cards. The 4 cost cards he's cycling
that's a big opening!
Wow, that's a lot of damage right there. Oh no.
Dark Prince minion pushed through the defenses.
Wow,
Boom.
it's like a hog rider.
It's done.
Just like that. I mean, we talked about him not getting out the 2 collectors. That's what happens. Like,
there it is.
There's the big Pekka. I actually forgot to make one as well because I forgot I was looking at past history. I was building these things off of past tournaments, and we haven't seen a Pekka.
Yeah. It's finally here.
Will this deck win and run away with it? Let's go.
He's got maximum. The double princes are coming. Oh my god. Oh my god.
No.
Just look at how much elixir is on the board.
But look how much got caught in that poison, though. We
The
could see a
Pekka
big
one-shotting.
One-shots another barbs.
It's just
They're marching. They're marching. It's going to one-shot those goblins, too.
No,
But
oh no.
But look at the minions doing well. It's really hard to stop that Pekka when they're all getting 1 hit by when the 5 elixir barb squads are just getting chopped up.
Yep. No elixir was used from Clyde's side to assist his Lava Hound. Every single point of elixir, every single point of elixir had to go to stopping that Pekka double prince, and now it's getting set up again.
Now it's only 4 seconds left. I think that's going to be the game for JUAN. If it went on forever, Clyde did get an elixir collector, but could not reap the benefits of it. JUAN takes game 1 of their series over Clyde. Battle Cruiser Clash Royale. Now
we were talking about which player would be the one to break out the Pekka.
Which one bring the Pekka double prince?
Yeah, and it's JUAN.
Good job, JUAN. I'm gonna put that up there. I forgot to put your name up.
That was certainly a battleship smash.
Now here's the really fun part, is that JUAN, I believe, has to switch decks, and I think his other deck is a Golem Poison deck. So we're probably gonna see Golem Poison here in game 2. It'll be interesting to see if Clyde sticks with the Lava Hound deck that does have an Inferno Tower in it, right? I think we saw an Inferno Tower. So that'll be very strong against the Golem deck.
Yeah, one of the best answers.
Inferno Tower is actually weird. It's good against every tank in the game, but it's not really good against the Pekka double prince deck because the princes go really fast and just crash into it.
And that charge damage is incredibly strong. It almost chunks down the whole life bar of the Inferno Tower in one go.
That's right. I mean, the prince especially, now with the damage buff. So we have game 2. And let's go ahead and put we know what it is up there. It's not a princess at all. There might be a princess in the deck.
Yeah.
But it's a Golem deck.
Look at their eyes. Look at how fierce their eyes are.
Ooh, great. Look at that. Great poison right there. Because not only is it going to kill
the
tower and the princess and the goblins, but it's going to chop up a lot of those barbs, too.
Yep. Has to play the barbarians to make sure that he doesn't get done.
We didn't talk much about Clout Gaming, but they've had a pretty good show here so far.
Yeah, JUAN represents Clout Gaming and is a clan that has been formed with the intentions of being incredibly competitive. And I think JUAN is demonstrating exactly the benefits of being in an environment like that, kind of Elite Gaming-esque. But now Elite Gaming is out, and Cloud Gaming still has a representative.
It's right below interval. Oh yeah, you were right about it. Let's see.
Elixir Collector, Princess. And this Princess is going to trade on the tower with Splash, but Skeleton's ahead. Oh no! And the Princess survives.
It's reasonable to assume, by the way, that JUAN has scouted Clyde here, because when we asked JUAN who were you watching in the tournament, he said anyone playing Lava Hound.
Yeah.
And Clyde is one of the recent Lava Hound players
Yep.
in our tournament. Oh, I'm sorry. JUAN is actually down here at the bottom playing Golem. That last card, by the way, that is definitely a blue Golem.
Yep.
I guarantee it.
Yep.
And then red has the giant.
Tesla Tower has been demonstrating to us today that the
It's a
buff
very reasonable choice.
Yeah, the buff is definitely sufficient. And I do agree with you. I like how now there's a space for the cannon, there's a space for the Tesla.
And there's even a space to sometimes use spawners defensively. Like, they're not the greatest defensive cards, but sometimes you can use them, and then kind of like an Elixir Collector, you have that spawner afterwards.
Nice. Big push from Clyde. That was actually extremely
Yeah,
successful.
it looked like he was going to sputter out kind of early, but Clyde really kept at it and was able to push damage through. That Princess Poison Giant combination is a really, I mean, for 12 Elixir, it's really hard to stop, because you want to surround the Giant with things to kill it, especially Goblin Skeletons, but then the Princess and Poison just clear them out.
Yeah.
So
Oh, here it goes.
Big old Papa push.
Double Elixir time, and now we see
When
the first
Giants
instant.
collide!
The
So what's
Golem.
interesting, these Giants are going to walk by each other, and the tanks are going to be alone with the supporting troops. So what's interesting is who actually plays better defense here more than who plays better offense.
Mini Pekka gets caught up in the poison, and the minions are chipping away. Zap to try to prevent it from doing any further damage. But the...
Ooh!
Oh my goodness.
I like that he was able to chop that one out, but here comes these Barbarians going to do a lot of work.
Again.
Ultimately, both pushes were kind of not great, right? Like,
Yeah.
neither of them actually did a ton of damage.
Yeah, but I think the Elixir advantage is creeping over to JUAN's side.
Absolutely.
He has less Elixir on the board.
We're 10
now,
seconds
but
left,
he was
though,
able to wipe it.
and Clyde is in bad spot, though, because he's only 2 poisons away from losing. I'm sorry, JUAN is. JUAN is in a bad spot because he's only 2 poisons away from losing. So he actually doesn't even have to go with one of these big giant pushes anymore, as much as just poison and you know, cycling it.
Yeah, the danger comes when you know, JUAN knows that you want to commit that poison to the tower. Can he capitalize on that and play a Golem right up front?
The thing is, Clyde just played like a collector when I think he probably would have rather poison. Like, I'm kind of lost here as like, yeah, okay, you win the poison cycle, but you got to cast your poisons to win that cycle. He actually let JUAN just catch up right there.
Yeah, and now he's got the poison down first. This is that situation we saw with JUAN with the Golem race, or was it Ado? I think it was Ado versus JUAN. I can't remember.
Yeah.
That Golem race.
And just like that, JUAN wins.
Yep.
No, wait, no.
One
Let's
more,
see.
He needs 2 more poisons.
He only needs 1 more poison on Clyde's side. He cast the poison, so there is 120 seconds left. And here's the thing: if a poison comes down on one side, it still has to count it down. It has to tick. It takes time.
It's ticking. It's ticking. Oh no!
Is that gonna be enough to take it? Oh, Clyde takes it. Clyde ties up the match. The first top 8 match we have that does not go. Clyde, the 16th seed, is not going out that easy. So Clyde wins.
That makes me feel really dirty. I felt like there was a cleaner way to end it, but it just ended up like everything started falling apart. And
go big or go home. Clyde, the person who we thought was not even gonna make it to this event. He was invited because some people had dropped out and couldn't make it. The actual 16th seed, I believe 18th on the leaderboard, has top 4'd 1 Super Magical Cup ever, lost in a top 16 to Pompeo, has come back with a vengeance, and fighting his way into the, this one,
Yeah. There we go.
into the top 8. Now, they both have to switch decks. Clyde, I believe, has to play the Lava Hound deck. So we can switch that. It's not a giant deck. It's going to be a Lava Hound deck.
Princess at the bridge.
And JUAN will be sticking with the Golem deck.
Yeah.
He's already won with his Lava
JUAN
deck.
has been doing so well, but now Clyde might be the one to stop him.
JUAN, yeah, is definitely no pushover here.
And that was the big thing that I feel like Clyde was able to do, was get enough damage on the tower before that Golem started even coming into play.
Uh-huh.
And then you saw how close JUAN came right at the end, but just in time. Every single point of damage and the speed at which Clyde decided to press his aggression.
Now look at this. This Lava Hound's probably not going to go very far with... Oh, the Tesla Tower doesn't pull it! Look at that!
Oh,
the Tesla Tower didn't pull it after all that. I was like, oh, it's going to pull it. The Tesla's going to pull it. On the other hand, though, the double Princess shot and the Tesla there will clean up those barbs pretty easily.
Yeah, and the pups are going to expand, so the Tesla is now in range.
But the poison there takes out not only the Elixir Collector, but did a good amount of damage to the tower.
Yeah.
Clyde was got to be pretty happy with that push. He only needs about 2 more pushes like that to win the game.
Super important against Golem decks to make sure that you start working on that tower right from the start. You need to make sure you put damage onto your opponent's tower because, as we saw in the last game, every second counts.
Yes.
It was a game of seconds.
Yeah. And that's a big difference between poison and fireball. Is that if you have the fireball, you can be like, I win and I win now. Like unless you kill me during the 2 seconds that it's in the air. With poison, you have to both go low on elixir and then hold tight for about 10 seconds.
Yeah.
So here comes another. This time the Tesla will probably come in a little later. It looks like he's maybe, or actually, wow, the poison does not hit the Lava Hound. The blue poison is missing the Lava Hound altogether. So the Lava Hound's actually just enjoying the kill on the poison.
And the Princess avoids it too.
And I think these pups are actually going to attack the Tesla Tower and not the King Tower.
They are pretty quick.
Yeah, that's actually, I don't know how great of a defense that was.
Yeah. I mean, he's down to 3 digits of health. 744. Clyde is really putting the pressure on. He's
and Clyde's winning
no
the purple
space.
battle.
Yeah, he's giving no space to Juan to start a Golem. Now it begins, but already a Lava Hound on board, already making its way across. This is looking really, really bad for Juan. He could be eliminated from the tournament.
I think one of the key stylistic plays that helped Clyde get ahead like this is he was playing his poisons towards the back, mostly hitting the elixir collectors just a little bit in front of the tower, and that allowed him to keep 2 to 3 elixirs out while Juan could never get 2 out.
It's very dangerous though. A Golem can very well one-shot your tower, and if you commit too much elixir trying to help your Lava Hound, the Lava Hound is dissipated now, and Juan knows that he won't lose. Meanwhile, Poison plus Barbarians is trying to... I mean, the Poison is trying to clean up the defensive cards that Clyde is dropping.
But look at that. Look at that. The red Princess lives and is able to help give some supporting fire. And both Teslas are down now. Tesla is now out of cycle. There is no Tesla coming in.
And there's not a second Golem
Double
in
Princess.
sight.
And it
Pressure's
looks like
on.
Clyde's going to take this after losing game 1. Is he going to go up 2-1 and win the match? He does! Clyde knocks out Juan!
And
Another
now
favorite.
We know why the Lava Hound was feared.
There is only one winner of a super, like only one person, Interlol, who's ever won a Super Magical Cup is still in it to win another one.
The curse continues. The curse continues. Is it gonna